Hey folks, Kevin here with Kev's Castle and CastleRemodel.com. And in today's video I show you how to install a doorknob. I'm going to be doing a series of videos regarding doorknobs to teach you about different things of like installing them. I'm going to also show you how to change the key on this type of doorknob, and if you want to see those videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I'm also going to put more content like this on my blog, so go ahead and head over to CastleRemodel.com if you'd like to check out other additional blog articles and content over there. If you're interested in any of the tools or parts that I use in these videos, I will have a link in the description below, so you could go ahead and check those out as well. Now let's get started. I like to have a flathead screwdriver just in case if sometimes the screws aren't going in very well. I can hand tighten it with a flathead. I will have a handheld screwdriver with me to remove the old lock. I find it's a lot easier to just use a drill with a Phillips bit on it. And then I also have a few chisels, and I'll get my hammer if I need to use the chisels. There's a chance that the new strike plate might be a little bigger than the old one, so some of the wood will need to be taken off. If we get to that, I will show you how to do that. Otherwise, you won't need the chisels necessarily. Removal of the old lock is pretty straightforward. Unscrew all screws and pull the pieces apart. Here I'm installing the latch in the door, and to do so I am making sure that the bevel is facing towards the jamb. This way when I close the door, it's not going to just bump into the jamb, it'll actually slide and then go inside the jamb to shut the door. Next I'm putting the key in the knob because I would like to keep the doorknob in the unlocked position. I have found that it's easier to work on when it's unlocked. After installing the side of the doorknob that is on the exterior, you just want to make sure that you line up the interior side. You can see that part of it is rounded and the other part is almost squared off. That will line up with the exterior lock. You may have to turn the the thumb lock on the interior in order to completely line it up before it seats itself. Next we are going to tighten the knob. Use the two screws and just hand tighten them at first. Once you get them hand tight, you can slowly start screwing them down with the screwdriver, and after you screw one side a little bit, then you want to switch over to the other side and just back and forth. You don't want to screw down one screw completely before starting the next one. You want to do them both at the same time by switching back and forth. The reason why is because if you did tighten one down all the way, it would make things harder for you to put the other screw in. Sometimes you have to pull the doorknob apart slightly just to get the screw going correctly. And now we have a fully installed doorknob. So what that means is it's time for us to switch over to installing the strike plate. Start by placing the new strike plate on the opening where the old strike plate was. Sometimes you may need to slide it forward or backward in order for the door to close properly. I like to have it as far forward as I can and then adjust it back if I need to. I like using the semi-longer screws. I believe these were a little over an inch long. Some lock sets will actually give you multiple options for the screws to choose from. And now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's try opening and closing the door a few times just to make sure it works properly. If it closes but does not latch itself, that could mean that you need to move that strike plate forward and make it so that there's a little more space for the latch to go in. That could also mean that you would need to use those chisels that you have in the garage. And there you have it. It's that easy. Just take your time, don't rush anything, and you will be fine. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or would like to say something. And also visit the blog at castleremodel.com. Thanks for watching.